If you're watching this, I bet you have tried hundreds of different fitness plans and never stuck to them, always starting again on a Monday, and you're sick of it. Hello, my name is Laura. If you don't know who I am an online health and self-development coach. And the reason why I am more than qualified to talk about this subject is because I literally did the same thing since the age of 16 and now I am 31. It's only really been the past year where I've been able to develop a fitness plan that I actually enjoy and that I'm able to stick to long term. With this fitness plan, I was able to lose 15 kilograms and in my opinion, I have never looked better. You might disagree. So in today's video, I just wanted to run through a few tips so that you can create a fitness plan for yourself that you will actually stick to. By the way, if you haven't noticed already, I'm in a slightly different location. I've moved back home before I go traveling, which is really, really exciting. Anyway, the first tip is to know what you are like as a person. And the way you do this is by looking at your past experiences. Are you someone who works really well with structure? Or are you someone who likes to be more spontaneous? Are you someone who needs accountability? Or are you someone who just likes to be left to their own devices? Once you know what you are like as a person, it becomes much easier to set yourself up for success. And when it comes to creating your fitness plan, I would mold this around what you like to do and who you are. So, for example, if you're someone who gets bored quite easily, maybe fitness classes are the way to go. But if you're someone who really likes structure like me, maybe you need a more personalised, cemented plan to follow. So tip number 2 would be to look at what you actually like to do fitness-wise when you were younger. For me, I wasn't particularly sporty, but I loved being active. I really enjoyed being around animals, which is funny now because animals really scare me now. But I loved being outside and in nature, and I loved walking and exploring. So when it comes to crafting my own fitness plan now, I make sure that walking is a really staple part of that. And then of course, tip number 3, just off the back of that, is what do you like to do now? Because of course preferences change as we grow older. Are you a social person? Would you like to be active with a friend? Are you more solitary? Do you like swimming? Do you like running? Not me personally. Sorry, I'm shuffling around so much because I don't actually have anywhere to go. There we go. I'm gonna just prop myself up on my bed and pretend that I have a chair. I think it's really important to create a fitness plan with elements that you actually really, really enjoy. And if you don't know what you enjoy, maybe you could test different things. If you're new to working out, this is the exciting part where you can really find your niche and what you actually enjoy doing. The next tip is to consider what your body is actually physically able to do. And this is mostly relevant to beginners, really. If you are new to working out, or for example, you are quite overweight or you have some injuries, there's going to be limitations on what you can do. So if, for example, you have bad knees, starting a running program is probably not the best way to go. My suggestion would be that if you're new, start off really small, start off with literally 1 workout a week, start off with walking and start off with everything low impact. If you set yourself 7 workouts a week for 2 hours a day and you currently don't work out, you're just not going to stick to it. You're going to set yourself up for failure. So the next tip, and this, I kind of want to do a broader video on this as a subject itself, but you need to look at your week as a whole and determine how much time you actually have in order to work out. And the way you do this is through time blocking, which, as I mentioned, I'll talk about more thoroughly in a different video. So whenever you time block your week and you see when you're going to work, when you're meeting friends, you are able then to see the extra time that you have. And I do just want to point out that working out and fitness is a priority, so it should be scheduled into your week. So once you determine how much time you have to work out, so whether that's 2 workouts or 5 workouts. So I can't show you because I'm currently reading my tips on my phone, but in my calendar, it literally says, okay, legs at 7 a.m. or Pilates at 12. And I show up to these as if they are appointments, as if I can't miss them. So my next tip would be to consider your goals. So what are your fitness goals? Would you like to be leaner? Would you like more ab definition? Would you like a bigger bum? If there is something specific that you are working towards, you need to consider this in your fitness plan. So for example, if you're trying to build your lower body, but not your upper body, Don't lift the same amount of weights for your lower and your upper body. Don't let anyone on social media gaslight you to believe that you have to train in a certain way. There's lots of talk online about hypertrophy. I never know how you say that, but basically muscle building. And if your goal isn't to build a lot of muscle, maybe that content isn't for you. And maybe you need more of a soft life coach like me. So more specifically on the structure of your fitness program, my next tip is that you should include these 3 to 4 things. So the first, there needs to be some strength training or resistance training in there so that you're building or maintaining muscle mass, but again, that is looped back to your goals. There needs to be some cardio in there for the health benefits. There needs to be some core work in there, which I guess you could tie into the strength training part. And there needs to be some mobility work. Personally for me, I do some strength training, I walk everywhere for my cardio, and I also get my core work and my mobility through Pilates. And if you are a client of mine, you know that that's how I structure my clients' programs too. So the next tip is to be consistent. There's no point in building the perfect fitness plan if you don't actually do it and do it repeatedly. So in my opinion, it's better off to start off small, build your confidence, be consistent with that, and then build from there. Rather than, as I mentioned previously, start off with 7 workouts that you can't stick to and then you give up after a week. It's really those 1% improvements that build up over time and compound. So just off the back of that, the next tip is to make it easy. So if you are someone who really dreads working out like I used to, just start off by saying, okay, today I'm literally just going to walk through the gym doors and I'm going to walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. And if I want to do more, I will do more. But if I want to go home and lie down, I'll do that too. A lot of it is just down to your mindset. And the more that you stick to your own commitments, the more confidence you build and the more likely you are to stick to the plan long term. My next tip is more of just a note, and that is that you can't do the fitness without the nutrition too. So if you make yourself a fitness plan, you have to make yourself a nutrition plan. And then my last and final tip is, if you just don't know where to start whenever it comes to creating a fitness plan, get someone to do it for you. And that person could be me. So if you're interested in me creating a personalised fitness plan for you, I'm going to link the website to my coaching below. You can find more information on there, but also you can book in a little free consultation call with me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know below what other videos you want to see, and don't forget to subscribe. Mwah.